Can anyone explain to me why on this map, which is 40,000 kilometers wide and 20,000 kilometers high, 800 million kilometers squared, obviously there's a lot of flaring going on. That's quite considerable. Sounds, I think it's like 290 million extra there. So if we were meant to have 510, you take a quarter of that map off and then it should look more to scale. But I understand that's a Mercator map. But why does it dip 10, 20 degrees there? At South America, you see the line is not straight, but it's almost straight enough, and it curves down, dips down to South America there. Either one or two things. One thing is that North America needs to be closer, tucked in to the North Pole, but that's impossible. All the other things, you're hiding an average of 10 degrees everywhere else, because the difference between the magnetic equator, which is green, and the sun equator, which would be low there, and when it comes across, it's perpendicular. It's always is a perpendicular. The sun equator is not a straight line. The sun equator, if it's the temperatures are really good in like Texas, for example, leading up to Hawaii on the left, and then you've got Central Africa, really hot, Egypt's Giza being the center point of the spiraling sun path. It starts off at the moment it's lined up with what we've just left, Capricorn and Cancer. Capricorn is where North America is. Cancer is up there. So imagine if you put a point there at North America, like Miami or something, and just imagine that the sun's lined up with that point there. That's called Cancer. Then moving all the way to the right and down below at Australia, which is just as dry as the Sahara Desert, that sort of area there. The Giza lined up with there, and then you got one diagonal line, then all of a sudden it needs to move to the left and go straight. So either one or two things. The Americas need to be pushed up into this map to make it more logical, and on the globe map there's less Arctic up there than they're making out. For me, reducing from 511.11 recurring kilometers squared surface area million, to reduce that down, because there's 10% of the Earth is made up, and if you take 10% of the 511.11 recurring million kilometers squared, you get 460, but we still need to take some more off as well. So if you were to take some stuff out of the Arctic and actually make it smaller, then you can get to 444 million, 444, etc. recurring kilometers squared surface area. So that's where I'm at the moment. And then you move everything magnetically in line with the magnetic equator, and that would mean that you've got 80 north and you've got 100 south. So logically you would have to put in an extra 20 degrees up north to make things work, and the only way that you do that is by pushing everything else down. So I need to shrink the North Pole to make that work, but then you're saying that there's 20 degrees less in the southern hemisphere, That makes 80 and 80. I wonder what that works out to radians. Yeah, I'm going to check that one out.